This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Off here, but Hornaday said he wanted to get in. Lap 76, and we got a crash on the straightaway.
Casey Atwood gets into the wall in the number 14 Navy Chevrolet. And so our first caution comes out, and it couldn't have come at a worse time for Ron Hornaday.
Let's see if we can take a look at what happened here. See the 27 of Johnny Sauter. He's already caught this group. There's Kenny Wallace with fresh tires on the inside. Johnny runs into the back of him going in the corner. Casey makes hard contact with the outside wall.
Going back to NASCAR Busch Series Racing on FX 72. Jason White gets spun around, and that brings out caution number 3 for the Busch Series 250.
Looks like Mike Wallace in the 4 car will get the free pass.
Take a look at how this last caution happened.
It's right in front of the battle for third. That's the 20 of Mike Bliss. You see the 72 of Jason White just got in the corner a little bit hard, maybe got a little bit wide, got his right sides up on the loose stuff, and around he went. But
last caution coming out, Tony Raines stopping on the front stretch. They've pushed his car around and back onto pit road.
He goes by Shane Meal, and this is about right when the caution comes out, so a great break for Greg Biffle.
And that was a caution flag for Casey Atwood's wreck. That was not this most recent caution flag, but that's the caution flag for Casey. I'm sorry, for Casey Atwood's accident over there in turn number 1. Looks like his car is really coming around, and he's making a move, and he's caught David Green. We had a caution on the racetrack.
4th caution of the night coming out.
It sure is a horrible break for Jason Leffler, who just made a green flag pit stop.
Yeah, we're just talking about that. 27, a little smoke coming out of the car here. Need to find out exactly what that's coming from.
That could be the cause for our caution flag. Unfortunately, what a tough break that would be for Johnny Sauter, Newton Moore, and the entire Kleenex team.
Johnny Sauter qualified 2nd.
Look at his right front tire, Rick. You see the rubber flapping on his right front tire right there. He's made some hard contact with the outside wall. That's where the damage came from.
You could see him. It looked like he was either way out of the groove. Either he cut a tire, or he just got outside that groove there and slipped up and slid all the way to the wall. It's a pretty good contact.
Ron Hornaday moves into 2nd, sets his sights on Shane Meal. With more on Ron Hornaday, we go down to Ray.
Hey, Rick, keep in mind, in this stable of cars, there's not very many drop snouts, but last year, Hornaday won with a drop snout, chassis number 31 at Nazareth, and he said we ought to take one this year up to Milwaukee. So this is chassis number 36. They ran it at Richmond, and he didn't like it much, so they made a few changes to it, and Hornaday is dialed into 2nd now. They have been telling him on the radio, no time to wait. If you've got anything, give it to us now. A drop snout is probably going to be pretty hard to explain to the average fan, but what it is the pivot points in the front of the car with the lower A-frames, that they're just a little bit lower, different spindles on there, and I'll tell you what, Ron's getting that thing to really hook the bottom, and that's what you want it for, is to hook that bottom really good. Might be able to make a pass here on Shane with it.
He's got this car better and better the entire race. Shane's going to give him the bottom of the racetrack, but he gets a good run off the ground. Look at Ron Hornaday go.
Coming down the front stretch, Ron Hornaday making the pass on Shane Meal. Ron Hornaday comes in front of the pack, and that will be our 8th different leader of the night.
Looks like this is Ron's car is just hugging that bottom so good. It looked like Shane and David there used up their tires a lot, trying to stay in the lead, having great side-by-side or almost side-by-side racing there. Ron Hornaday was able to come up there, take advantage of it. Looks like he might start pulling away a little bit.
This is a situation where Butch Hilton and Ron Hornaday kept working on this car, kept getting it better and better and better, made a green flag pit stop, and end up getting his lap back by earning it. And here he is in front, and he's driving away.
Over a year ago, the last time Ron Hornaday Jr. visited Victory Lane, that was at Nazareth back in 2003. And now he moves out in front of the field, looking for his first ever Busch Series win at the Milwaukee Mile.
This will complete lap 246. That means there will be no red flag to finish this race. If we have caution on the racetrack, they will not red flag it. We will run to the end.
Looked like Ron's car's handling very good. His hands ain't hardly moving on that steering wheel. Coming up off the corner where we saw both Shane Meal and David Stremme having a little bit more difficulty coming up off. And like I say, battle for second starting to heat up again.
David Stremme side by side with Shane Meal. They were battling for the win just a few laps ago. Ron Hornaday was able to get by both of them, take the lead. Now they're side by side for second.
Look at the brake heat on that left front there. I mean, those guys are running these things as hard as they can. 3 laps ago, just everything they got. You see Shane there getting loose, and he's having a hard time with it right now.
Going to try to throw the block on Jason Keller, the 22 car right behind Shane Meal. Be 2 laps to go this time by.
Coming out of turn 4 across the start-finish line. 2 miles remain for Ron Hornaday.
Looks right now the race is just strictly going to be for the 3rd and 4th place right here. So we have to watch and see how that's going to pan out.
Ron Hornaday came out of the pits, had some work to do to get by David Stremme. Shane Meal was able to keep the car moving in the right direction. This time by, the white flag flies for Ron Hornaday.
It looked like we were going to have one of the young guns get their first win. It looked like it was going to be David Stremme, then Shane Meal, then back to David Stremme again, then back to Shane Meal, and the wily veteran Ron Hornaday is going to put him away.
We haven't really talked much about him except for him to get back on that lead lap. He's stuck right up there on us, and here he came.
As he comes out of turns 3 and 4, Ron Hornaday Jr. sees the checkered flag for his 4th career win, coming at the Milwaukee Mile.
Got trouble down in turn number 4.
As soon as he comes across the start-finish line, problems happen in turn 4.
Looked like the 38 may have slid around there a little bit. Hopefully we get some video and see what happened down there in turn 4 on this last lap.
Might have been the 22 and the 38 making some contact, because the last lap by, the 38 was running 3rd and the 22 4th, and the positions switched this last time. But Ron Hornaday is going to get the win.
David Stremme coming home with his career best 2nd place finish. Jason Keller, last year's winner, came across the start-finish line in 3rd. Shane Meal with a great run, being shown on the score on the ticker as 38, or excuse me, as 4th in that 38 car. Let's head down trackside to Ray.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.